So today I got a review of the MOFT case here. I'm gonna just show you guys how to put it on, kind of overview. So the reason why I'm making this video is because there's a YouTube channel called Accessorize Me that basically was kind of going, we had a little back and forth on a video about the same MOFT wallet case that was on the Mobile Reviews A channel. And me giving my opinion, you know, we had a little bit back and forth, and I decided to go ahead and buy this with my own money. So give you guys a unbiased review of it. If you like that, please consider subscribing and liking and sharing this video. But yeah, I bought this wallet. It's compatible with MagSafe, and so I have my iPhone here, and we're gonna just unbox it and check it out. So you see this, you see the MOFT wallet. Comes this little packaging here. Nothing too crazy. It's just like your normal type of paper packaging. It's nothing crazy. So presentation wise, it's all right. The color is pretty cool, like that cyan color. So snaps on. It has different portrait modes and landscape mode that you can do that with, and then the floating landscape mode. So we'll see if all those claims hold up as compared to the Mobile Reviews review of it. And yeah, let's go and open it up. So you go ahead, and there's this little nub here that you can pull out. It's a little bit hard to get. You kind of have to, like, you know, really work at it. Not exactly good packaging, especially these days. So I bought this product on Amazon for $34.99 US. And so they're giving this kind of packaging for a $30 product. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like I bought Moses' wallet before, and their packaging is way better and easier just to open up. Like this thing, I can't even open it up still. So, you know, for me, like unboxing stuff and not having to deal with it is part of the experience of product, in my opinion. It just makes things easier. That's why I like Apple products, because their presentation is, you know, the gold standard. So you see, it has this like faux leather going on here. It's pretty soft, especially here. It's really soft and nice feeling. The stitching looks okay. The right side here, there's a little bit of a the right side does look like it could tear up a little bit easier. Has that little imperfection there. The left side looks okay, looks clean there. And the backside looks pretty solid. Like it feels pretty solid, and the leather's like pretty soft. So far so good. So there's a lot of features touted with this product that you can use as a mini workstation. For example, on their website, you could stream in landscape mode, web browsing, and portrait mode, which is a nice feature. And one of the other things is that you can use the MagSafe charger in between it. And I'm not sure if that'll work well or not, but we'll find out. And it has a lot of good reviews, but also some critical ones. And that's why I wanted to buy this, just to see for myself if this is actually worth it. So you see that it has enough to hold a few cards. You pull this back, and you can put cards in there. There's only one sleeve there, you can see. So it says it can house up to 3 cards. So we'll see how many cards it actually can hold. And it is vegan leather, supposedly. So I don't know if it actually is or not. I'm not a leather expert at all, but if you do know, let me know down in the comments below. So we'll try that out in a little bit, but mostly I wanted to just try it out here with my phone. Okay, so it's on, and the magnets does seem pretty strong. It's okay. It's a little bit weak on the bottom half. The top half is a little bit stronger than the bottom half, it seems. So the top seems a lot stronger than the bottom portion here from my non-scientific way of testing it. But the top just seems like it has a lot more magnets compared to the bottom. Of course, let's try putting it into the portrait mode here. So you pull this out, kind of let it do its thing. And yeah, it does seem to work. Tapping on it doesn't really mess with it. Seems pretty stable, so nothing crazy there. And then you can basically turn around and do this. All right, it's landscape mode. So you want it to float, you can do something like this. Just put it here, turn it around. So this mode does work, but I would say that the angle is a little bit too high for any realistic typing. So I would say this part of the marketing is not exactly realistic like they have on their website. They literally have a person typing supposedly like this, and I'm like pretty tall, but I imagine even shorter people are gonna have a little bit of a problem hunching over all the time and typing like this. So this is totally unrealistic in my opinion here. And for me, it's kind of in the middle because I never really had too high of expectations for MagSafe in the sense that is it secure? Is it going to be secure? Now, if you have a case that has more magnets and then this adds to it, then yeah, it could be different. So so you see here the mechanism for this mode, this portrait mode. There's magnets that kind of keep this flap kind of closed in or out like this. So you see, works pretty well, generally speaking. Now again, like this bottom half moves quite a bit. So I think that's probably where the weakness is with this particular wallet. So I'm gonna try this with my case here and see if it works better or worse with it on. So you see it's there, it's attached. I don't know if it's any better. It's honestly probably a little bit worse just because like look how much more easier I can move the bottom. And actually this does show how much weaker it is in general with the case on. So I'll have a case from Phone Rebel soon coming in because that case supposedly has better compatibility with MagSafe versus this one. Pitaka's easy case, it's basically using other magnets positions. Basically this case here has other magnets that could interfere, so it doesn't make it as strong. So that remains to be seen. So make sure you subscribe to see that video there. So to say, yeah, it looks pretty slick. You can see that all black everything vibe going on I have there. I can definitely see it kind of slipping on and off pretty easily if I put it in my pocket like this. And so that kind of defeats the purpose of having it attached like this. It's just one of those things I have to be careful of, and maybe don't put all my cards in here type of thing. Maybe just put a credit card and that's it. The inside feels pretty nice. It's like a cloth feeling material, so that's really good. It won't scratch up your cards or anything like that. So the next thing I wanted to try was the MagSafe compatibility. So with the actual puck here, right? And then they had the case in the back, and then they had the thing popping out. So you could use this as a stand, which, you know, in theory is really nice, but we'll see if it actually holds up. Yeah, see, it's not really gonna do it. Yeah, and then it's nowhere near strong enough to like hold everything together. I'm barely trying to like, yeah. So you might be thinking, well, maybe it's your case that's interfering with it. So let me go ahead and try it without it. So here it goes, right? MagSafe, it's on. There you go. And then we're gonna just slap this on the back. Like so. So because the problem is that this magnet, there's magnets all over the place, right? So it kind of works. Kind of have to do something like this, I guess. But even then, you know, yeah, you see that it's on its own. The top half of the magnets is just not quite enough to hold the phone up. It's maybe on the mini, the iPhone 12 mini, but the Max that I have here, it's not gonna work. Like you could tell, and like, yeah, like it kind of works only because right now I got it in a good position, and really the phone is doing the holding, not really this back. You see, once I move it, it doesn't work. So if I even try to do like this, where it's on its side, no way. Like it's barely even holding up with the magnet. Maybe the reason why is because I'm using a third-party MagSafe charger, but I honestly doubt it. It's just probably not strong enough But yeah, you could see that it's not holding up. It can only do this, and that's only because of the way that the phone is just being held here at this point. So let's go over the sort of the most important feature for a magnet wallet like this is the actual use of it, right? To hold cards. So let's go ahead and put some cards. I'm going to put 3 cards in here. Driver license card and then 2 credit cards. So I'm not going to show you the numbers, but believe me, there's 3 cards in there. And yeah, it can actually fit 3 cards, which is pretty nice. Now, of course, when you use it like this, right, and it's on and everything like that, right, you want to just pull it out like this, or you can just pull it out like this. But then you see that the magnet, the bottom magnets are not that strong. You might as well just take it off, take the card out, or do this. You can just pull the card out, but again, it's not really that strong. So, you know, pushing and pulling the cards out like this, like so. You see how it's moving already? Just due to the back of the phone it's kind of slippery. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to use it like this. You basically, every time you want to use your wallet, right, you have to just take it out, right? Do this, take your card out. That's really the only way. You can't really leave it on there. So now let's try the test again. So the cards are in here, just to show you, the cards are in here. I'm gonna put it on like so. So does it still stand pretty well? Yep, it does. Pretty okay. So now this is the real test, right? This is more of what I would normally be using. I would be using the phone naked. So let's put it on, right? The first test was trying to get the card out. No way. Okay, so this way it might work better. And actually, so yeah, so actually this works a little bit better. You can see that I can pull the cards out easier. I still have to hold the phone kind of like this. So you see it's a little bit easier to get the cards out if you leave it on with a case, depending on the texture of the case. But you do have to kind of just fold it out like this all the way. You can't really do this where you can pull it out, right? It's just kind of awkward. You'd have to just take it out like this, right? And then even then it's kind of a little bit hard to do. And it doesn't really add too much more bulk. You can see on the side profile, it's a little bit thicker, but it doesn't really stick out all that much. But personally, I would only have 2 cards in here. So I would only have 2 cards in here just so that it's a light use wallet. It doesn't really stretch it out all that much. You can see it's a pretty big difference between 2 and 3. It's a little bit more flat. I just kind of just need, you know, driver license, credit card, and that's it. Let's kind of circle back about the back and forth I had with this person on YouTube. So they kind of mentioned that I'm actually very surprised that they weren't able to find this exact issue that I had, that you can't really use the MagSafe charger like this in the middle and then do like this. It doesn't work at all. You see, it seems to work right now. You can just charge it like this and just leave it on flat like that, but you cannot, like, you see how easily that moves? Like, yeah, I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah. All right, so another point that they made was that regarding the grip and how it's not advertised to be a grip or heavily marketed, which is, you know, kind of deceiving. It's subjective, of course, and based on my research, I literally just go to MOFT's website on this page, and you can see that they literally have a full page worth of scrolling showing this particular grip feature. They're actually quoting Apple Insider, and they have a custom picture, meaning from like a product placement picture of, you know, they probably paid someone and then they just shot it, right? The fact that they put it on their website and quoted some, you know, big company or blog company or website that did the review for it, it just tells me that they are pushing this marketing. It is heavily marketed, which is very subjective. But in my opinion, if the company literally puts the time and effort to put this on here in a giant picture, I think that's heavily marketed. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and let's chat. But yeah, those are kind of my thoughts regarding the comments that he made. But let's just talk about the wallet overall. Now, I like the design, I like the idea, I like how it folds out and it works well as a stand, whether it's in portrait or landscape. Now, some of the things that they could improve on is the ability to access the cards, right? Like, it's really hard to do it like this. I don't know how other reviewers were able to make it seem like it's really easy. It's not, and it's hard to pull out. And I only had have two cards in there right now as well. And then the magnets, again, the bottom magnets could be a little stronger than the top ones are quite a bit stronger. In my little testing there, you see that even then, like, it's harder to move the top ones. And some of the features that they mentioned are really just applicable to maybe just the 12 and the 12 mini. The 12 Pro Max, if you have it, it's not going to work. So really, this particular feature with the magnet in between, it's not really going to work that well, especially with certain cases like this one. But yeah, so I would say that the marketing fluff is there. You definitely pay for it. You definitely get a good product in terms of the design and the feel. The leather feels nice, the stitching feels okay, the magnets are decent, but for $35, I don't know if I can recommend it unless you really need the stand ability, right? If you really want this so that you could just use it if you're, at work or something and you don't want to prop up your phone with something else, this is pretty nice. This is a pretty nice solution. Like, it basically feels like MOFT is trying to market as many features as possible and to try to capture the biggest audience that they can capture, and then push the marketing like crazy. But I think it kind of fails in certain aspects, and it kind of turns me off, right? You're paying for $35 and it could do all these things, but yet it doesn't really deliver on all of them. And there's obviously compatibility issues with the bigger phones here, like this one. So yeah, am I going to keep this case? Maybe. I'm still on the fence with it because I still need a wallet like this, but I'm sorely disappointed with some of the features that they're promoting. So I personally can't recommend buying it out of principle. I've only bought it because I wanted to show you guys a legit review. I literally just bought this and to show that, some of these influencers are literally trying to defend this company. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But anyways, that was it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.